Good afternoon and welcome to Word on Wearside, your local news and current affairs show.
I'm Yolanda Branch.
And I'm Ryan Smith.
Coming up on today's show, a North East neighbourhood has been named best in the UK.
Metro users could be facing a price rise in fares.
And tributes have been pouring in following the death of Councillor Paul Watson.
But first, our top story this afternoon.
Sunderland City Council has been selected as a finalist in 2 categories for the 2018 Local Government Chronicle Awards.
The nominations are in categories for driving growth in terms of business and investment, along with public health.
The annual awards are the biggest and most prestigious for the local government sector.
Deputy Leader of Sunderland City Council, Harry Truman, has said that the nominations are good for local businesses, both big and small.
Any business that wants to locate in Sunderland, and we were very fortunate that all those years ago we got Nissan. You know, we now make cars. We don't make ships, but we make some of the finest cars. But it's also about the smaller businesses which we nurture and which we look after and work with. Get in any part of the city, and there's new businesses starting up in software, engineering, manufacturing, anything that can be produced, we welcome to come into Sunderland. The new bridge has opened up quite a lot of vacant land now, and it's amazing what undeveloped land that Sunderland City has got through the opening up of that land and the building of the new bridge. So again, come and talk to us, we're open for business.
The winners will be announced on the 21st of March in Grosvenor House in London's Park Lane. Good luck to them.
Tributes have been flooding in following the death of Sunderland City Council leader Paul Watson. He was diagnosed with cancer last summer and died at the age of 63 after losing his battle.
Paul was born in Pennywell in 1954 and worked as a shipwright in Sunderland. He was made redundant following the decline of shipbuilding in the North East. He studied law in his 40s and became a councillor in 1997, taking the top job in 2008.
A tribute is being set up at Sunderland City Council who lost his battle for Paul Watson, who lost his battle with cancer last week.
Councillor Paul Watson was really so passionate about this city. He lived, he breathed it, and so many achievements that are directly attributable to Paul. He was our boss, but he was also a very close friend, a very close ally. And we'll miss him as a council hugely because he was fundamental in so many things. He brought the Wearside back into public ownership, the new bridge, Keele Square development, the money that's been invested into Hilton Castle, the cultural offer that we're now going for. He supported fully the City of Culture bid that we're working towards. So, you know, he's a fundamental character who's possibly not rated as highly as he should be, because I don't think many people saw the work he did. But not just here in Sunderland, he was busy in Europe fighting Sunderland's corner. He would be down in London on a regular basis fighting Sunderland's corner. And to be honest, brand new £500 million International Advanced Manufacturing Park, Paul was at the front of that as well.
Users of the Tyne and Wear Metro could face a rise in ticket fares in the new year.
The cost of using the service is going up 10p for single tickets and day savers. However, it's not bad if you're age under 18 or under. Nexus are planning to take out a new pop card named Pop Blue.
It will cost £1 for a single trip, and you will only ever pay a maximum of £2 a day, regardless of how many trips you take.
Our reporter Theo has been finding out more about the rise in fares.
A ticket for the train from South Hilton to airport would normally cost an adult £3.30, but metro fares are going up again following a meeting of the council bosses next week. However, not everyone will suffer. But there is good news for under 18s. The majority of fares are set to increase in 2018, but a new travel card is being introduced to save young people money. While Nexus haven't said how much the fares will rise by, the new travel card will mean under 18s can use transport for just £1.
I would rather pay more and let the younger ones gain from what I have to pay. We are quite well off now, older people, and can well afford to let the younger people have our gains.
I think they're quite expensive anyway, and that really we need more money put into the metro because they're quite old and they're always breaking down.
It encourages younger people to use public transport, which is, I think, a good idea.
I think if we put the fares up for the adults and keep the kids at a reasonable cost, that's fair enough.
The new prices will be introduced in 2018.
It's been reported that more than 30 mobile phones were stolen at a gig in Newcastle.
The American rock band Rise Against were playing at the O2 Academy on Wednesday night when the phones were stolen.
Police are further investigating the situation.
We are fast approaching Christmas time and the ice rink in Newcastle is set to open today. The rink will be in Times Square just outside the Centre for Life.
The popular North East actress Denise Welch is set to open the rink in full pantomime costume. It comes a week after Paddington Bear gripped the city following the unveiling of Fenwick's Christmas window.
I was there yesterday. It definitely gets you in the festive mood. And in a galaxy far, far away, it has been announced that Disney have signed a deal to create another 3 Star Wars movies. The next installment in the Star Wars franchise, The Last Jedi, is out on the 15th of December.
Now, a North East area has been judged the best neighbourhood in the country at a top award ceremony.
Byker Wall has won the Great Neighbourhood Award from the Academy of Urbanism. The Academy is a non-profit organisation that works with places to identify and reinforce their strengths.
It was the only area in the North East to be shortlisted for the award, but our reporter Connor Robinson has been there today and heard a very different story.
The estate in Newcastle upon Tyne has been awarded the Great Neighbourhood Award at the Academy of Urbanism's Awards 2018 in London. Jill Haley, Chief Executive of Byker Community Trust, said that on behalf of Byker, City of Newcastle and the North East community, I am delighted to accept this award from the Academy. This is a credit to everyone involved, especially the BCT staff, board and residents in helping to transform Byker over the last 5 years into a place where people aspire to live and work. Since July 2012, BCT has made significant improvements on the estate. To date, we have invested £20.5 million worth of investments, with a further £21 million committed by 2025. It's already becoming a popular place to live, and now it has beaten off strong competition from other great neighbourhoods in Glasgow, Bristol, Birmingham, Dublin and London. We then spoke to some residents of Byker Wall to see what they thought of this great award. What do you think about Byker winning the best neighbourhood in the UK?
A lie. It's just people have just dumped rubbish all over. I've been burgled, but I'm lucky enough to have my own flat, but it's run by Riverside and they're just taking the mick in it.
How'd they hit?
Well, put it this way, I've got no tails around my back, right? The toilet's napped twice, right? And send me let out saying I have to pay for it.
Well, it's not a bad area, Jim. It's good that you've got Shields Road nearby, so you've got good public transport links and the metro. So most people like it for that. It's good to get around if you don't have a car. And for what I've seen, the people seem alright. I mean, I work nearby, so...
So, what do you think about Byker winning the best neighbourhood in the UK?
I don't know where they'd win that from. I've lived in Byker since I was born in Byker, raised just down in Ayton Rise. There's just no opportunities in Byker, loads of poverty, loads of crime, loads of drugs. Look on the lamppost, there's warnings from the city council saying beware of needles, that's on a lamppost, McDonald's archway you're walking through. All the bushes in Byker have just been cut down. Granny's Park, all the homeless people sleeping in there, all the needles. Up next to the fire brigade. I live in the Byker Wall, you come down the stairwell, the homeless excrement in the stairwells and stuff. I just don't know how it would be one the highest award, It is surprising, people for what they've got to do get on and stuff, but just everyone's out to just rob each other, basically, to be honest. They're just trying to, and not in a bad way, not that they're born, they're just trying to survive. You pay £6 a week for your security of the biker wall. Obviously there's non-security if people are leaving needles in the biker wall and extra writing and stuff, and the intercoms, they never work. I just didn't see where the money's being spent.
For Word on Wearside, I'm Connor Robinson.
A third of young people in the UK could refuse to wear a poppy this Remembrance weekend.
The move comes as many people say it glorifies war and that they feel bullied into supporting the appeal, according to research done by the Consumer Intelligence.
Overall, a total of 11% of the country may choose not to wear the poppy.
Poppies in different colours are also growing in popularity, with many people opting to wear a white poppy, stating that it symbolises peace.
There is also a purple poppy that symbolises all the animals that have died in conflicts throughout the years.
Is Remembrance Day, and hundreds of people all over Sunderland are wearing red poppies out of respect and appreciation for the people who died at war. However, there's a growing number of young people who feel that they don't want to wear the poppy. Some feel it's become a symbol of racism. But a British Legion spokesperson had said, "The Poppy Fund raises a lot of money for former veterans and their families, and many of the people in Sunderland still feel strongly about wearing the poppy as a sign of respect."
I wear my poppy out of respect and gratitude to all those people who lost their lives in the war, fighting for freedom for all of us. So it means a great deal to me to wear this in remembrance.
I wear it in respect for the people who died to save us and to bring our children up in a safe world, a safer world. And I think everybody should always try, young or old, to pay respect, to really let people know how much we care.
For the respect for the people that fought during the war.
Exactly. Just remembrance. Remember the people who died for us.
Remembrance Day is tomorrow, November 11th.
New research has revealed that women who have been vaccinated against the human papillomavirus, which is thought to cause about 99% of cervical cancers, may only need 3 smear tests in their lifetime.
The HPV vaccine has been offered to girls ages 11 to 13 since 2008. Our reporter Amy Golden has more.
A study by the International Journal of Cancer says that 3 cervical screenings, or pap smears, will offer the same benefits as the 12 lifetime screenings currently offered in England, while freeing up resources. Vaccinated women would only need to be checked at the clinic at ages 30, 40, and 55.
I'm outside St. Bede Medical Center, where women will be spending a lot less of their time thanks to the HPV vaccine. HPV, or human papillomavirus, is a virus that causes up to 99% of cervical cancers. With the use of the vaccine available since 2008 to women ages 11 to 13, the number of screenings necessary to prevent cervical cancer has been reduced.
Even women who have not received the HPV vaccine may not need to do all 12 checkups. The study recommended these women get 7 lifetime checks instead of the 12. Most young women were glad to hear this news, though not all.
I think that's great because, for me personally, I'm dreading when I turn 25 because that's when I have to go and get it. And I think a lot of people are going to be maybe feel really uncomfortable and nervous. It's not something that most people want to do, so I think it's really good if we get a chance to do it less often than 12 times.
I think this is a really good thing. It's going to save us a lot more time to spend in hospitals. It's going to save us the awkwardness in all the tests, and I think it's a really good development and a success for the NHS.
I would rather have all the pap smears just so then I know I'm fully safe, do you know what I mean? I'd rather just have it all and then I know I'm alright.
The new program called HPV primary testing is to be introduced by 2019.
That's all for today's Word on Wearside.
Make sure you join us next week on sr-news.com at 4 p.m. Have a good weekend.